Video game podcast.
What's going on, everybody? We're fresh back from visiting Pennsylvania. We were part of the Amicofest 2021, and it's about time that we share with you guys our impressions on what we saw, what we played, and how we felt about all that.
Let's do it.
Oh yeah.
All right, so we can start out with the hardware first. We'll
Yeah.
start with how the console felt and looked,
Right.
and the controllers. We could talk about all that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So first off, the system itself actually felt lighter than I
super
thought.
light. Super light.
Definitely light.
Yeah, but I mean, I love the lights on it though.
Looks cool.
That
The black with the,
same,
what was it, the blue?
I like the
Yeah.
black,
Black and the blue.
I like the
Yeah.
Tron.
That was
That's the
dope.
one I
That's sexy.
pre-ordered actually.
The Tron
black
looks
and blue.
pretty dope.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for the red, but the black looked pretty nice.
Yeah, I mean, he had a red version there.
Yeah.
But that was
that wasn't a finished one.
right.
He had the white one, which he said I don't know if that was
the
the
white
finished
That was
one.
the, I think that was the test one.
Yeah.
And he had the black one.
Yeah.
So we had 3 systems there.
Black one looks so nice.
White one looked cool too.
Yeah, Tommy
Yeah.
Tallarico had 3 systems there.
Yeah.
It was nice to actually finally meet him.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
first off, Tommy's an awesome dude.
Great
Yeah.
dude. Great dude.
Yeah. Very cool.
Yep.
Boundless energy.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know how he
Oh,
does it.
yeah, man.
I don't know how he does it.
Yep.
We
He
were-
knows what he's doing. That's
we
why
were
he's never
tired
tired.
after the one day.
Yeah.
Yep.
He's
He's
playing
the
till midnight, man.
He's the same person on camera as he is off camera.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Same
Yep.
guy. Same guy.
The real dude.
So for anyone worrying about the lights on the system, it didn't bother us. I didn't notice any flashing or anything that would be annoying from it.
No.
Because everybody was like, I don't know if it'll cause seizures or anything like
Wow,
that.
fucking- nah.
But I didn't notice any flashing of the lights. They were just on from what we were playing.
I was impressed with the boot time, like the startup. Like you turned the thing on and it was like
was fast.
It was like 20 seconds.
It wasn't bad, yeah.
That was pretty
fast.
fast.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
the boot up screen, it was cool.
And it was
Yeah.
cool. Yeah.
I mean, you've seen it on. If you have the app, it's the same boot up screen that you have on there. It's the Amico, and it pops down the letters.
Yeah.
And it's pretty dope.
I liked it.
And then the controllers. Tell us about the controllers, because like I was talking about before, I was saying that, my main issue with the original Intellivision was the controller, and obviously I was super small.
I don't
when had
remember
that.
it working back in the day. I really
None of the
don't
controllers
remember.
back then were really
I
great.
just don't remember it working.
Yeah. And since this was like built off of that, I was hoping that it didn't follow in that suit. I was, please don't make this the same controller.
If you want to keep it authentic, make sure it doesn't work.
Yeah.
Like the old one.
Just like the original.
But pleasantly surprised by the controller and how it felt. I mean, that did have a little bit of weight to it. It wasn't heavy, but it wasn't like super light either.
Yeah.
But it did feel a bit lighter than I thought it would have.
It felt lighter than I thought it would be.
It's lighter than
Yeah.
my phone.
But it's sturdy.
It's thicker than the phone, but it's lighter than my phone.
Yeah,
Which is weird.
Super sturdy, and the dial super responsive.
Yeah.
When it was in test mode, like
It's an analog dial,
Yeah.
so it can force touch that when you push down on it, you can feel it.
pressure sensitive
Yeah.
and really responsive to the turn.
I like that.
Oh my gosh,
Responsive. Responsive. That's a good one.
It's a new word, man. It's a new word.
I'm making it up, but yeah, super sensitive, pressure sensitive, and very responsive to the touch when you turn the dial.
Yeah.
So
That dial is pretty cool.
When I first held the controller, it was in what is it, the beta test mode or whatever.
yeah,
So you could see the buttons pressed. Like every button you press, it showed a light.
Oh, how sensitive it is.
And the harder you press it, the brighter the light would go off.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
it was pretty damn responsive. I was very skeptical about the disc and using it as a direction pad, as a D-pad, because
For like up, down, left, right movement.
Yeah.
because I was like imagining myself playing Tetris. In fact, I told that
Are
to
you gonna
Tommy.
keep hitting diagonal by accident? Is it gonna mess you
Right.
up? Like it wasn't.
Like I was
nothing
looking
like
at
that.
because it was in that mode, you could see your inputs, so you could see if
And
I
it
press
was
up, it was
precise.
very precise.
Absolutely.
Yeah, surprisingly precise. And I was like very very impressed with that motion.
And then the other gripe I had,
and the
that I
buttons,
needed
too.
to figure out if I'm getting hands on was the buttons at the top.
Yeah,
Because I was like, obviously, we're old school gamers. We play with D-pad and buttons,
Right.
and that's the controller. Anything that tries to like
Change
do
it up.
anything different, it's like, all right, what's going on here? What's going on? Can I play any games on here?
Yeah.
So, R and L buttons at the top and bottom.
Yeah.
If you wanted to, I mean, it depends. You can hold the controller
wanna hold it,
any
yeah.
which way you want to do it, which is cool also.
Yeah.
But on a controller that has R and L, I don't ever use them because it's out of the way. I never rest my fingers at the top. You know how they say rest 2 fingers at the top,
Right.
and then your thumb. I was like, never. I never ever did that for any controller. It's always a reach up, and it's a pain in the ass to use those.
Right.
On this controller, since I don't have any other buttons to worry about, and the way that it grips, like there's like little dips in the button to hold your finger in place.
Yep.
And I've never had that on a controller.
Yeah.
And it actually, like the grooves in it, you don't move your finger out of it at all.
Yeah.
And it's just like embedded in there.
It doesn't have that clickiness that like a GameCube controller does.
Yeah.
Like when you press it, it feels like there's like 2 levels to it on the GameCube. It's like, you press it, and then you hear that click, and it's like not as responsive as you would like it.
Right.
But these are just like, it's like regular buttons.
Yeah.
Like an A or a B.
Very
Like regular
comfortable.
I like
buttons,
the fact that they were concave too.
Yeah.
That's what makes
Perfect.
it great. Yeah.
It's perfect. For that.
And my hand fit in it. There's little like on the back. There's like a little bump on the back, so you can like
Yeah.
kind of get a grip on it. So it's not just like a flat rectangle.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it felt comfortable, and you could tell like if your hands get sweaty, it's not going to slide off that thing.
Right.
Yeah.
'Cause it was hot when we were playing, and
Yep.
it was
Yeah.
not. I didn't have any
Yeah.
problem with any of that stuff.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, all right, do I want those buttons to be my primary buttons for playing the games that I usually play? No. But the games that are made for the Amico, yes, it's made for that type of control
Yeah.
scheme. So everyone worrying about how you're going to play such and such type of game on the system, don't worry about that because it's probably not on the system.
These
These games are made for the controller.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's all for that.
So then, the other way to interact with it is the touch. There's a touch screen on there, and you can use that for either an action button or depending on what they have on there, you choose what's on there. So you can pick like your options on the screen.
I think that was probably the freakiest part of the controller that took me off guard was the many different ways you could use the touchscreen. You could use it as a button to shoot in a game, and you could use it just to, like a dodge move in a game. Like it's different. It's different.
I was
And
going to
it's
say,
not-
getting into that when we
Yeah.
talk about the games that use the touch controls. Like,
We'll get into it.
Yeah.
But as far as using the screen, it's not like a phone. Because obviously you're using a phone, you got to hit a precise part of the phone while looking on the screen, while not moving your finger in front of the screen while playing the game. It's annoying.
Yeah.
On this, you don't have to look at the controller. It's the whole screen. When you hit the button, that's your action button.
Yeah.
Depending on what you're playing, like I said. But yeah, it's not a hassle like a phone.
Yeah.
And then if you did use your phone, you still don't have to look down to figure out what button you're
Right.
hitting on the screen.
You know where you are.
Yeah. So that's a big deal.
I just like the graphics that are loaded to the controller that appear on the display on the touchscreen on every single game that you play.
Yeah.
And that's different on each.
Yeah, on every game you play, there's like special graphics that you see on the screen, and I like the way it lights up on whatever your player is. If he's shooting blue, you can if you have like a blue, you're firing like a blue laser or something like that.
Color
then-
coordinates.
Yeah, it's like your color
controller's blue.
coordinated. Now, yeah, the PS4 you have different colors on the controller, but it doesn't necessarily.
You don't see it.
You don't see it.
Who's player 2? Who's player
Right.
3? Switch controllers.
Yeah.
But it's like if it's gonna light up red, that's player 3.
It's not
Yeah.
based on the
Yeah.
color of whatever player icon you are for PlayStation. On the
Yeah.
Amico, it's like if you're orange. If you're an orange character, your freaking controller is going to be orange.
You know right away because the circle on there is going to be the color.
Yeah, it's going
Which
to be
is
an orange light.
cool.
I
Which is
always
cool.
hated the
So it's
fact
nice.
that Sony and even Microsoft, like, you have to have a profile for your controller. It's like, no, man.
No, not
If you're playing
necessarily.
you have to log in. You could do a guest
give you the
profile, but you
option.
need a freaking profile. Even if it's a guest, you need a profile for your controller.
They give you
I was-
options. It's just annoying when it gets jumbled up.
It's when you're playing
Yeah,
multiplayer games,
yeah.
it's especially annoying. But
But what's cool about this also is that if you pause the game and change your orientation of the controller
yeah,
and unpause, the controller is already set to that configuration. So if you
Yep.
wanted the D-pad on the right-hand side, you
Yep.
wanted the D-pad on the left-hand side, you want to play it old school Intellivision way,
Yeah, with
you
the
can do
thing
that.
in the bottom.
changes
top,
it up.
bottom, anything you want to do. And in mid-gameplay, you can do that.
That's pretty
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, man. So, like I said, it's pretty like you can throw it around. You can
It's
throw it
sturdy.
around.
It's
Actually, I did-
versatile.
Versatile.
What was it? Something happened with the controller. I forgot because it was.
You got to
it was a
watch your
test.
temper, man. You got to
It was
stop
a
throwing.
test.
It wasn't even yours
No,
to throw.
Tommy's like, here, toss me the controller. I tossed it and it like hit the floor. I was like, oh. But it was,
Nah, I dropped a few times. Some of
Yeah.
the kids dropped them, but
But
as
it's
you
all
saw,
right.
Tommy did a video before of like testing out
Yeah,
how durable
yeah,
it was, so it's
Yeah.
pretty durable.
Yeah, it stood the test.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's the hardware. I mean, any other questions y'all want, put in the comments and we can answer because I'm like, listen, we played it.
We played
went
it.
there
Yeah,
and
we
touched
had
these things and we
hours
played it.
of
So
gameplay.
this isn't like something, I heard. No, we
Exactly.
actually
Nah,
were
yeah,
there
we played it.
and we played it.
Yeah.
And I'm sure Tommy will be scanning through the comments, so he'll probably answer your questions personally. if he sees them.
Yeah, anything that we don't know like hardware wise.
Tommy could definitely answer
He can
that.
definitely answer for
Absolutely.
you.
I know
But-
he asked us not to talk about the UI, and I'm not going to talk about it. But I had very very skeptical on that front. But I was like, from what I saw, like even though it wasn't done, I was just gonna say I was very impressed, and I was like, wow,
I was
this is
impressed.
This is something that the industry should really.
Yeah, basically, I mean,
like,
it's fully
really
functional.
look-
They're just adding stuff that we can't talk about.
Yeah, no. But I'm just saying,
Looks
I was
nice.
very
But it's
impressed.
easy to use.
Yep.
It's easy to use.
Very impressed with how they did it.
All right, so let's go into the games, y'all, because we played some games.
A lot.
Yeah, man.
A lot of games.
Multiplayer games.
A lot of
Oh, yeah.
games.
So if y'all got questions, y'all want to know, was it 2 players? Did y'all play 2 players at the same time? Did you play 3 players? Did you play 4? You know what we did? We played all of that.
Yeah.
All of that.
All that.
So we started out with, what was the first? Astrosmash.
Astrosmash.
Smash, I think, was definitely the first that everyone got their hands
was
on.
fun.
Yes. Okay, so that's like the arcade feel.
Yeah.
Very smooth.
Absolutely.
The cool thing, most standout thing about it, besides like the frame rate is smooth, but the music.
Yeah.
Oh.
The music is dope.
Epic.
Oh yeah.
And I gotta say that for all the games.
That's
that we played.
like that could kind of
That's the standout for
That goes
all
for
the games.
every
All the
single-
games, the
every
music
single
was
game we
really-
played. Yeah.
really
Hands
well
down.
done.
But Astrosmash, like we started with 2 players just to check it out and see what was going on, and just to get the competitiveness in the room going because it's like who can get the furthest, and this happened like instantly.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And you know, we play a lot of the new school games, and it's story driven, and you know, you play to get to the next part of the story. You don't
Yeah.
play for points anymore. You don't play for competitiveness anymore, unless you're playing like a fighting game and stuff like that. But old school score attempts and level attempts, like that hasn't been done in a long time.
Yeah, there was definitely a lot of that going on. I think it was probably me and Chalk got on there. We got pretty far. We got the furthest, and then
Yeah, of the first wave of people, the
Yeah.
first wave of pairs that played, me and you got the furthest.
yeah,
And
then-
I was like, oh nah,
and then you
this ain't happening.
You and what was
Me
his
and
name?
Kev.
You and
No,
you and
you guys
Kev,
played.
and then you got paired up with somebody.
And I was like, you guys didn't get, you got to the boss. You didn't get to the boss. You got to like the stage just before the boss. And I was like, no. We got to do this. We got to do that. I'm not coming out here and embarrassing myself. I'm getting up to this boss. And we beating this damn boss. I forgot who I played with. But let's just say we started off a little,
A little shaky.
yeah, a little shaky. And I was like, come on, man, we got to pull this together. We got to figure this out. We got to beat this boss. And then you know what? We pulled it off, man. We got up to the boss. And we figured it out, beat that boss, got to the next stage, and we were literally 1 ship away from the next stage. And I was like, yo, we did it. We
That's
did
what
the
happened to me
best.
and Chalk. We got
Right
like maybe
there.
100 points or something like that.
Yeah.
It
And
was
you see it, it's like
yeah.
next points get you to the stage. And I'm like, man, we were right there.
I like, yeah. The cool part was is like I like how Tommy was bouncing back and forth from TV, and he was getting into it too. He was like, "Oh, go on, get that, get that." He's
Shoot
yelling
it.
at it.
Well, he knows all the levels.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
like, yo, can I see? What can I get you
Right.
guys to get up to?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it was very fun, especially doing just that. And I thought, I started playing it first stage and all. I'm like, all right, this isn't that hard, Is it gonna pick up, or is it gonna be like this the whole time? Because it's like something I like to asteroids or something. Like when you first
The
start,
first stage is like this is an introduction to the game.
and I was like, this
is how
ain't
you
that
learn how to
bad.
play.
Well,
Yeah.
Yeah, learn how to play here, because
Well, I like the enemy. I like the enemy layout. How it evolves.
Oh, it
and
it
changes.
turns.
Oh,
yeah.
And
yo,
it changes.
yeah.
It's tough. It gets
It gets
tough.
tough.
It gets intense.
like a baby game, and then
Yeah.
you're like, oh, now
Well, you gotta
this-
learn patterns.
this
You
shit
gotta
got
use
real.
your dash.
Yep.
There's a dash thing in there that you can go
Yep.
through
That
the
works
rocks.
flawlessly with the touchscreen.
Yeah, you just swipe on there, depending on where you're
just,
going.
just effortlessly.
You don't
just-
even have to swipe. I found it. You just
No, you
tap
touch
it.
hold the
it.
direction
Hold
that
it
you're going and you tap the screen.
That's right.
But it's a different mechanic that I wasn't prepared for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But once you figure it out, though,
Oh man.
it's like you just get sucked in with the, like I said, with the music. It's just
Right.
it's just an experience.
Mhm.
It's just fun.
It got really fun when we
It's
did the
just fun.
4-player, man.
4-player
The
was
4-player
The
was
four
cool.
player was crazy.
Yeah,
And
the
then
four-
the
I wasn't
takeaway
sure he
was
was gonna let us do 4 players because
No, he
everyone
couldn't wait.
online.
He
No, I'm
couldn't
saying
wait to
everybody
do it.
online was like, I haven't seen 2 players at the same time. Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, we're gonna check that.
Yeah.
And he's like, and I was like, can we play 4 players?
He
He's like,
couldn't wait to
yeah,
set it
yeah, I've set it up, no
We're,
problem.
we're the co-op guys. That's what we do.
Yeah, because obviously we're gonna play 4 players. Come on,
Oh,
we'll
yeah.
play
Yeah,
5.
man.
You
know
know,
what
we all want to play together.
The takeaway for me, and this goes for all the co-op games that we all play, right? Is the
Save it for
hard-
the end.
No, I'm just saying, like the takeaway from that game in particular is, and we mentioned it before, which the color on your controller
Yeah.
is in reference to the player
lasers on it.
the yeah, but
Well, whoever you're playing, yeah.
well, pretty much every game is the same. Like the color on your controller is the color of the player on,
Yeah.
on the screen,
So you never question who you are.
and that freaking worked so well because I was never. You know how you get lost on the screen? Like you think, oh, I thought I was you. I thought it was you.
You have to just look at your bullets.
And you look at the wrong player.
Bullets, and you're like,
you
that's
just
me.
you
That's
know
me.
who the heck you are.
You do have to concentrate though.
You do have to
It
concentrate.
gets crazy.
When
It's not easy.
You gotta focus.
When those meteors are hitting, yo, shit gets real, dude.
But I did appreciate the fact that they put the time and effort and thought into that little tiny detail that makes a big difference.
Yeah.
So we did the 4-player, and there were no hiccups. That game is done.
Yeah.
That game
That's
is done.
ready to go.
Yeah, Astrosmash is done.
Is that one of the free games that comes with the
Yeah,
system?
I think
it is.
It
Yeah, I
is.
think so.
I'd buy it if it wasn't.
It's definitely like, and it was great.
It definitely plays a lot better than the original Astrosmash on the original television.
I would like to hope so.
Yeah.
I would hope that all of these are better than the old version.
That's like, come on, dude.
Because imagine if it wasn't.
No, because I remember it. I remember it on the original Intellivision, and the play how it's to see it modernized with new graphics, 4 players. It's crazy. It's
know,
crazy seeing it.
It would be cool to have. Well, I don't know if he's doing this or not, but it would be cool to see like you when you beat the game, you like unlock the original.
No, I don't want to.
No, just to see it. Just to see the comparison.
Keep it locked.
You know
Well,
what I
he
mean?
said the retro collection or whatever will be later.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't think it'll be directly in there, but obviously it won't take up space. Obviously.
Yeah. Take up any space to add that in there. Right?
If there was any loading, just pop it on there. The whole game will be in.
No, the
there.
whole collection, the original Television, like 1 meg.
Oh, less,
Yeah,
probably
yeah.
less.
Damn.
Kilobyte.
A kilobyte.
Kilobyte.
PDF files, baby.
Yeah, exactly.
No,
What was the next one we played?
the next one we played?
Before we move on to the next
Nah,
one,
we moved to the next one.
remember one of the fellow YouTubers that was there? I think it was from Retro Advisory Board.
Okay, he was there.
He brought his son, and he played the original Astrosmash.
Oh yeah.
And then he had this moment where he got to play the new one with his son.
Yes.
So he could experience, so his son could experience what he experienced.
That's a big moment.
That was,
Yeah.
that was a huge moment.
Yeah,
Yeah, man.
yeah, because he was bugging out because that was his game.
Yep.
And he's introducing his son to the game.
Yep.
And playing it with him.
Yeah.
But a new updated version of it is that's a big freaking deal.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
sure it's a big deal for people with nostalgia for the old system. I mean, that's why people they're going crazy for the new one because as a kid they had it. And these are older guys, but I mean, it was around when I was little, but I was
Yeah, I had it.
I didn't
I
have
was
it.
just
We
so
had the
young.
Intellivision.
Yeah, but I just didn't know how to play it, and the controls suck.
I went to people's houses and was like, "What is this?" You know, I never had it myself. I had a Sega Master System
had it
first,
either.
but that was like the budding of my gaming.
Yep.
The budding. But I never had the nostalgia to say, "Oh, I need to see this new." And I was like, I don't really remember it because I was too little. But I mean, I've seen it obviously, and I know what those games played like.
Yeah.
And I'm like, damn, what a difference. The colors is crazy. It's crazy.
Nah, it's dope.
And I didn't think I would have as much fun with the like because you think it's a simple game based off something like that, and I'm like, how much fun can I really have on that? And I was surprised. It was very fun.
It's a lot of fun.
Time flies when you're having fun, and we were there till midnight, man.
Now we played-
I didn't
listen,
even realize that. It was
We're
like,
gonna
oh,
go through a
time
lot
is-
of these games because we played a lot of these games because
Yeah.
we wanted to see what they were.
Yeah.
Yep.
Flying
Flying
Tigers.
Tigers was
Flying
the next
Tigers.
one. Yeah.
Me and Turbo
Flying
had that.
Tigers was the game that looked like 1942.
And that was a demo.
Capcom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
And
thought
those
it
were,
was.
like 3 stages.
I
Right?
thought it was done.
It looked like the whole game. Yeah.
It looks really good. I didn't get a chance to play it, but it looks so good.
I didn't
It's
play it
a
either.
vertical scrolling shmup.
Yeah.
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 Shooter. Yes.
It's like, was it like 1942? It's kind of like that.
Kinda
like that,
Pretty
yeah.
much like that.
But it was really good.
Nice cartoony graphics.
I love the
Yep.
artwork, man.
It was
The
what
artwork
watercolored, right?
Yeah, pretty
Yeah.
much.
A little bit?
Yeah.
Yeah, it looked dope.
And you shoot with the touchscreen. You tap the touchscreen.
Really?
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yep.
What happened? You hold it down or?
You can. I think you can.
Right? Yeah,
Does
this game
someone
you can.
charge
You can hold it down as auto.
I
and you
think
can set the for people who just to go back to the other game for Astrosmash and stuff. You can actually set the button to auto fire. So if it's a little kid who can't put it together and he just wants to move around, he can put it to auto fire and he can move around.
Oh, I didn't
So
know
it's
that.
pretty cool.
That's
yeah.
pretty cool.
Yeah, you don't have to hit anything.
I was trying to remember which games had that because I remember sometimes
Flying
you can hold
Tigers-
it down, but some you can't.
I think you can hold it down, and you
Okay.
can also press the screen for faster
Rapidly.
shooting.
That was a game I didn't even hear about.
I'd never heard of it.
Yeah, it wasn't
We
on my
were the-
radar, and I was like, "Oh,
Me and
Flying
Turbo
Tigers."
were the first to play it.
Yeah.
We were the first people to play it. That's right. You heard
Well,
it here
the
first.
developers
Yeah,
were first. The
man.
developers are first.
No,
That's true.
No, not at all.
And no, I like it a lot. I like it a lot. I look forward to playing more of that game.
It's intense.
It didn't look bad at all, man.
No.
It didn't look like there were hiccups in that either.
No, it was very smooth play. And the ships move a lot like slower than a lot of shmups. Like shmups, you're moving like this and running into bullets.
Yeah.
So it just felt more like
It's a laid back experience.
it was very laid back, but it felt more calculating with your movements. Like, so if they shoot like a bunch of bullets, I'm like slowly just maneuvering through each one.
Yeah, the
like,
way with the disc, like the way
And
you
it
kind of
works
like
really
move.
good.
I just like the way it maneuvers. You know, I like the way you could roll. You could roll the disc. You don't have to just press points on it. You can just like roll it into the direction you want it to be.
between
and
like
it feels-
down, between like left and down when you're trying to move that direction. Like there's like so many little points in between that.
Yeah.
And whatever character or ship you are, it reflects it on the screen at each little point that you're moving.
Yeah.
So it doesn't feel like, oh, I didn't hit down when I hit left,
Right.
or I hit left when I hit down. It was just a whole motion that you're doing. And it's,
Could you use it like a D-pad though if you wanted to?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
And
If
it's
you want to
Yep.
use it like a D-pad, that's
Because
the
I didn't
thing.
play that particular
Yeah,
one.
you can.
Okay.
It's
That
like
was
a
awesome.
D-pad plus.
Yeah, pretty
Very
much.
much.
Upgraded
The
D-pad.
disc is like a D-pad plus. I really like it.
No,
It makes me wish that they had that for Street Fighter.
Yeah,
Just,
right.
just the circular pad.
you know how much that would help
You
you.
know what?
Super precise.
That would be pretty cool.
Freaking.
You know what? That would be cool.
That
You know,
would
it's
change the
like
competitive
Just
nature.
just for that game though. I just want it for that
Just for Street
with
Fighter.
6 buttons.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
But it's not gonna be on Amigo. That's not a game that would be on there.
yeah, yeah.
No, I wouldn't expect that to be.
Flying
But
Targets
yeah.
was dope though.
Yeah, that was really good.
Yeah.
All right, so it gets a
absolutely.
thumbs up from you guys.
Lot-
I mean, I
lot of
watched it. I saw the whole thing.
It looks great.
I want to go
I'm
back
gonna
and play
pick it
some
up.
more.
Yeah,
And there
we're
were
gonna
what,
pick
3
it up.
bosses? 3 bosses?
About like 3 bosses.
Okay.
Something like that.
I think we played 3 stages. Yeah. So
Yeah.
it was like 3 bosses. Yeah.
All right. But
Cool.
for a game that wasn't heard of, that was pretty good.
It was
Yeah.
a nice
But
surprise.
you didn't expect to see any type of shooters. 'cause
No.
You didn't hear about it.
No.
Nope.
Especially if it's a new game. It's not like a
Right.
remake or anything.
Yeah.
That was just
No.
new.
Yeah.
Okay.
Speaking of shooters, Rigid Force Redo
Or Redux?
or Redux. Sorry,
He said redo.
I Redux.
Rigid Force Redux.
I mess the name of this game up all the time. I'm so sorry for messing it. But it was,
So that's the game that looks like R-Type, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you have like the
Yeah.
the 2 ships. Well, one is like the front
Invulnerable.
part. Yeah, so that
Yes.
that can block bullets and shoot things for you.
Mhm.
So that could be the kid that doesn't know how to play. And he
Yeah.
can help you out still.
Yeah.
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 And then you're the ship.
Yeah.
And this is a side scroller.
Yes.
Side scroll and shoot 'em up. Okay.
Yep, horizontal scrolling shmup.
Awesome idea to do that too, man. Because I remember having a little cousin that always wanted to play, and it's like, you give him a controller.
And he died.
I was like, well, no, you give them a second controller that's not.
Oh,
that's
they're not
that's
playing.
not playing, but
Yeah,
they
yeah,
think
yeah.
they are for like 5 minutes, and then they realize they're not playing, and then they're like, ah.
Yeah.
Well, at least now they can contribute with that.
Exactly.
That's a good idea.
Well, if they save your ass too. Like, oh,
Yeah,
shoot.
yeah.
Yeah, they could. Yeah.
But I played that. I saw you guys play it first, and I was just in awe
You like the
by
art?
the art in the game.
Yeah.
Because this is another game I didn't expect to see on there. I saw it in the trailer, like when they had it online,
Yeah.
for a quick shot, and I was like, oh, look at that. But to see it,
I thought that we'd see it later though.
Yeah.
I didn't think we would see it.
Yeah.
now
yeah,
at
the
all.
art for the character, I
lot-
love
a
that
lot, yeah,
character.
no, the character's
and
good.
it's real crisp. I was like, why is that so crisp?
Yeah.
Because I wasn't expecting to see graphics like that on there.
Yeah.
But like the interface on there, the way the ship looks, the music in that,
I was gonna say
like
the
that
music
was one of
is
the
good, though.
standouts.
The music
on-
is
that was
great.
probably the
beauty.
best music that we heard all night.
I felt
on
I,
that game.
I was upset because Tommy's like, "Oh, I did this track coming up."
No, he was
And-
mad.
and yeah, no, I'm saying, yeah, no, it's like, and then we killed the boss too quick, and he's like, "Oh, yeah, thanks for listening to my music." I'm like, "No, Tommy, we're sorry, we're sorry."
So they put it on stage just 40 seconds long. we whipped that boss.
We didn't get to hear the music.
And that's another shooter where you press the touchscreen to shoot. And I think if you hold it, like there's a special thing that you do, right? You hold it down and you let go and you power up your shots.
Oh yes,
It's a
yes.
power shot, yeah.
You have to collect the green
The L
orbs.
trigger is the to collect
It
the
sucks
crystals.
in, yeah, it sucks in
like
the
a
green
vacuum.
crystals.
Yeah.
Right, and it
Hold
builds up.
yeah,
Okay,
and when
yeah.
you hold it down, you use the green
Right.
shit.
But that second player can use that,
Also,
Yeah.
and they can be wasting
I
all your
think,
power.
I think what we know, a lot of us weren't getting that concept.
I didn't
get
and
it.
ruining
Yeah,
the entire
yeah,
shit.
He was like, "Look at this! I'm holding down the button. No, stop."
No,
yeah,
stop.
don't hold down the button. You're fucking up everything.
Then the boss comes in
Yeah.
and you have no power.
Yeah, I didn't do
Exactly.
too good now, and I made it up to like
Yeah.
the third stage.
It's challenging.
Yeah,
it's-
it's-
it's
I
tough.
just watched
It's
that
tough.
one.
Yeah.
So-
Very accessible, but it is challenging.
I just like the
it's-
art, the character art in that is dope. That's
Yeah.
a cool character. That should be the mascot.
I was impressed.
Oh, that-
She was pretty cool, man.
Yeah.
she's
But-
too cool looking.
But yeah, you'll see in the footage that we have showing right now.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Or just we might have just showed.
Exactly. Dynablasters.
Oh, I like that.
Bomberman.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah,
It was
Dynablasters.
exactly Bomberman.
No, this was Bomberman.
I think it's the European version
yeah,
of it, right?
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like the character design in this too.
There's some cool power ups.
We played it 4 players also.
Fun game.
The music
Yes,
is
we
dope.
did play it 4 players. We
Took
played
me
that with a
back.
bunch of people. We passed the controller around.
I gotta say, as somebody that's me personally, I suck at Bomberman. I actually didn't do bad in the game. I was
fine.
like,
Well, everybody was learning.
I was like, oh, this
Yeah.
is, but it's Bomberman though. It's the same.
Yeah.
It's the
I was
same
total
principle.
trash.
Nah, it's
Nah.
funny. This is how you know it's a good Bomberman type game. Is that the rivalry with me and Kev was still there?
Yeah.
It's definitely still there.
Yep.
I'm like, oh, he's last. Oh no, he got get murdered. I don't care if we're just testing this shit out. I don't give a shit. He's got to die.
That was
See,
good.
That was one of the games that wasn't completely finished.
Right.
So there was some little quirks about it. And of course, this is the part of the video where people are going to take a bit and like, look, here,
Oh, yeah,
here
they're
it
gonna be
is.
like,
here
oh,
it
here
is.
it is, here it is, here it is. The whole thing.
Listen, here's the thing. These games are not released yet.
Yeah.
They're in the final stages of getting the, tweaking the game to get it, it's the optimization stage. So this one had a slight bit of lag when you drop the bomb and to when while you're playing. And obviously, it's a known thing that they're working on. So it's not something that can't be fixed because of the system.
It'll be
So,
cleared up
yes.
by launch. Relax.
But
This happens with every console.
that's how games are made.
Like this is the game making.
That's how games are
process.
made. When there's 3, it's not out yet. When it's coming down to crunch time, you don't say, "Here you go, guys, it's done." No, you work it out and you get the game to 100%. That's
Yeah.
how games are made.
Yeah.
And that's how it's been forever.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, it's so close to release. How come they're not done? Hold on. Hold on. So,
yourself.
but what we did play, even with that,
Still fine.
we understand, like the look of it was fine. I was surprised by the graphics in this one
The
too.
graphics was really
They were
nice.
better. They were better than
They
I
were
thought.
probably the better graphic games that we played.
Yeah,
Actually,
I got a metallic look to it. It's
Yeah,
really-
it was really dope.
Yeah.
Really
and
dope.
the power ups in there were great. And it's Bomberman. It's a party game. It's great to see on the system because it's the party
It's going to
system.
be a party game
Yeah.
system. Yeah.
So when that is fully polished up, it's going to be one of the top games to sell in the system.
Easily.
Absolutely.
You'll see it on our channel.
Yes, definitely. And you blow them up, their helmet pops off, and it looks
That's
like
very
looks like the
satisfying.
head comes off.
That's
It's not though.
And
It's
it
not
just
that.
stays on the stage.
It does stay on the stage.
I like the
Stage
power ups
right
too.
there.
man.
I'm like, that's you right there.
It's a lot of
That's
fun.
your head right
It was a
there.
lot of fun.
The
No, it's
the
fun.
bomb power ups are pretty cool too.
Yeah, I like the design of the Bomberman too, because you know the iconic Bomberman look.
Right,
But
right.
this guy had like no arms and legs.
Yeah.
it was silly. It was just a helmet basically.
It's the helmet
But
Just moving.
it was cool. It was cute.
And he was pooping out bombs.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. But no, it was definitely fun.
I liked
and I
it.
can't wait to get the final version of that guy.
Yeah.
Because there's modes that we didn't even play in that.
Yeah,
we
that's
just played
right.
the 4-player.
Yeah.
Yep.
And there's like a co-op mode.
Yep,
And
there's
I
a
was
team
like,
battle.
What?
Not
Let
bad.
me get that.
Let me
that.
get all that.
And that's not one that comes with the system, nor is the other one. All the last 3 we talked about don't come with the system. Those are the ones that you buy.
Right.
But these games aren't going to be over like $10. So,
Yeah.
hey,
Yeah.
I'm going to probably play them all because, listen, all of them so far are fun.
Yeah. Space Strikers Championship.
Oh yes,
yes.
yes.
Okay.
Space Strikers.
This is the one I was iffy about because I didn't know about it. I never seen it before.
Yeah.
I never heard of it.
And the way the game plays is a little different, so you got to get used to it. It's
That-
not
a lot
something
of
that you
physics
play
involved.
all-
That's
yeah.
a unique,
So-
like gameplay.
Anyone want to take a crack at how you
I was
play
gonna
it?
say it's a slight learning curve, but it's quick though.
It's like
It-
it's like
you get the
soccer.
hang
It
It's
uses
like a,
It's like a futuristic Pong.
it's one of
Almost-
the
what is a mode in there like that?
It's like
There's
yeah.
actually a
it's
pong
like
mode in there.
Windjammers. It's like soccer. It's like
it fully
ice-
uses
It's like
the pad. It
It
fully
uses physics though,
it-
like
yeah.
the way that
Yeah.
It's not physics.
it uses the momentum of how you throw it
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
so
a
you gotta
circular motion.
swing it around.
It's a unique way to play, and obviously it takes a little time to kind of get used to it.
Especially when you got 4 people trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
But
when you
as far as moving, the movement is precise, and you're like
Yeah.
little ships.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
ships.
spaceships.
And you're circular moving around trying to grab this ball with it like a magnetic like
Force
a
field.
magnetic
like a
lasso,
rope
Yeah.
With
lasso
a
thing.
tractor beam.
yeah, it
Yeah, basically.
rotates, and you gotta like time it to.
You gotta let it go when it's going in the right
I
direction.
like it because
Yeah.
it's like
To the
no,
goal.
nobody was good. Everybody was trying to figure
Oh,
out
yeah.
how to play.
Yeah.
But
Oh,
it
yeah.
was almost like what is like those physics type of games where it's like you're kind of out of control, but you're in control. Like what's the other 4-player game where it's like a beat 'em
Oh, the
a
brawling?
versus game,
The
the Gang Beast.
gang beats.
Okay.
It's like that, where it's like you are in control, but it's kind of out of control at the same time. If that
Yeah.
makes any sense. It's like,
Well, we didn't know how to be that.
Once we
precise
learn,
with
like,
it.
yeah, it's like I think.
but you can.
But as we all just learned,
you get better
we were
as
like,
you
I
play.
think I know how to do this.
You get better as you play, but it's still like a physics-based type of thing, so you can still mess up.
But they kind of had like hockey
But it's
rules.
still fun.
Kind of
Yeah.
had like a
Yeah.
whole bunch of different stuff, and like the ball
Yeah.
went to a different area, it would pop back because you wouldn't. It's like icing.
I like the premise of like
Felt soccerish in a way.
And the other and your opponents, you know, when you throw it in there, it's surrounded by the like 5 force fields.
Force
It's like
yeah.
a-
And you get more points based on how many force field blocks
left
you knock.
you
I didn't
knock.
know that.
Yeah.
I'm like, that you can make a good comeback. Like
well,
if
left
you're,
though.
Yeah.
That's how many are left.
no, the ones you
No,
knock
the
out.
ones you knock.
Like if
I thought if you make a point, why there's still like 4?
No, there's
No,
five.
you
You
gotta
get
knock
the
them
points
all
for
out.
that because
There's
it's harder to
5 of
get.
them.
No,
There's
knock
5
them all
of
You
out.
sure?
yeah,
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 because that's what you said. There's 5 of them there, so every time you hit one, if you hit one and then you get one in,
That's
that's
1
1 point.
But if
you
you
hit
knock out,
2
yeah.
and it
Okay.
goes in, you
Yeah.
get 2 points, so on and so forth.
So it's like trying to tempt you from scoring so early. Like, all right, let me try and knock out all these.
Right.
So
And
it's,
then
it's a
score,
cool
yeah.
premise. And
That's
the
a
other
good-
modes are pretty dope, like the Pong, like you mentioned.
Pong mode, yeah.
Pong. I was like, oh, this is kind of fire though. This is like the way I want to play Pong. It
Yeah,
definitely
there's a
takes
part where
time.
you couldn't pass the middle,
Yeah.
and they have like
And
a
there's a little
like a
vortex in the
magnet
middle.
vortex that
where
you
you-
throw the ball and it chucks it on the other
Right.
side,
Oh, yeah.
and you got to block it.
It's almost like a dodgeball vortex type of thing.
Right.
If you get the momentum right, though, it's
Yeah,
it's just-
exactly.
those are hard.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's something that, you know, if you after you learn everything, I'm sure it's pretty fun
Right.
for the group of people.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not something I would like, you know, go out and be like, oh yeah, that's the one for me, right away. But it was still fun.
Yeah.
But it was just like that was a left field one, and he knew. He was like, "Yeah, I just want to see the reaction you guys play on this one because I need you to go to tutorial and learn how to play this guy."
Yeah.
But we didn't go to tutorial. You know us. We don't go to tutorial. We just jumped right in.
I liked it a lot. I learned how to play it at the end of it. And
No, I can see that. I can see
There's a
where the fun
lot of
is. I can see where
strategy.
the fun
There's a
is.
lot of anything that has a lot of strategy in it. I like a lot. And there's a
I
lot
just
of,
despise soccer games, and it
Well, it was
it's
like
similar.
air hockey. It was like air hockey.
similar to that, too.
and-
Yeah.
it was similar to that.
It's a
It's
back
a-
and forth
it has
type
a
thing.
lot of different things in
Yeah.
there. That's like okay.
It's a futuristic mix of them all.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a mashup.
I did like the look of it though.
The music was
I did like
dope.
the
The real
Music
music's
was dope.
crazy.
And it looked very good.
Yeah.
Yeah, as you see right now.
It looks striking.
Wow.
Very striking.
wow.
You like that, right? It's very striking.
wow.
Your puns.
Colors striking.
That's-
Wow.
that's
I
good.
have
Yeah,
to
yeah,
applaud-
on to the
let's
next
applaud.
game.
I have to applaud you on your puns.
You like that, right?
No.
No.
Come on, man.
Sarcastic.
Big pun would have appreciated.
No, stop it. Stop
All
it.
right.
Oh my God.
Stop it, please.
All right. Skiing.
Skiing was dope.
That was
Skiing was dope. The funny thing about skiing.
4
was-
players you played.
It wasn't fully done. It
yeah, it
wasn't
wasn't
fully
finished.
done.
I know 4 players wasn't like the finished mode.
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
I know 2 players everything runs smoother.
Yeah.
But 4 players we was like we gotta try it though. We gotta try 4 players.
I had to do
Yeah.
it.
There was no score.
I don't even care if it's ready. Let's just try the
it was
4 player.
fun
And
still.
then shit
It was silly.
Yeah, it was just so funny
That
seeing
is-
like anytime you wipe out, your body's just flying across
Yeah.
the snow.
the physics on that shit.
And you have to
do
get
the
used to the long jumps
Yep.
because like all right, it's overhead.
Yeah.
So you gotta learn when to let your jump go.
Yo, and the turns, like when the
Oh,
sharp
it's precise.
turns, yeah, they're
Yeah.
very fucking
Yes.
precise, dude.
That's the
Very
reason
nice.
why. That's
As
the
long as
purpose
you're not
of
going
skiing.
too fast.
Yeah.
I remember.
Oh, you just go right into a wall.
Oh yeah, yeah. I was going full speed all the time.
Hit a tree.
I remember
Tree, I hit a rock.
the original skiing on the original Intellivision.
You remember it?
So I remember it, man.
Yeah.
So when I played this one, I was just like, "This is amazing.
Yeah.
This is amazing." I liked it back then, but you know, it's a lot better on the Amico, especially with the 4 players. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah,
A
man.
bunch of trees in the way. They had ice. They had avalanche stage.
Oh, man. They have deer, bear,
Deers, all that.
running
Yeah.
through.
And it's like the pressure sensor was at work, right? So when you
Yes.
press down,
There you go, faster.
harder
you
you
go.
press,
The harder you
fine.
press down, the
Yeah.
faster
Like
you
ducks.
go down the mountain. It was
Yeah.
pretty.
Touchdown for 'em.
It was pretty crazy.
But as a party game, I mean, listen, it was a casual game. That was definitely a casual game. You don't have to be crazy with it. It'll pop you back on the screen if you die. It's competitive though.
Well, if you get off the
hysterical.
screen, you get it.
It's challenging. You know,
but you
it's-
do come back though. Yeah,
Yeah.
if you crash, you come back. But yeah, you don't have to worry about it. You're like, oh, my game's over because I died. No,
Yeah.
no. You'll make it to the end,
yeah.
regardless of who's playing.
I think it's the point system's like how who's been on the longest. I think. Right?
Yeah, because every time you crash,
Because
you
you
lose
can't
points.
just crash and come back. Hey, I won. Like,
Right.
the fuck out
Oh,
of
not
here.
at the end.
Yeah,
No,
yeah,
no,
you
no.
can't be stealing.
Nah, you
points.
lose points every time you crash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's a cumulative.
Yeah.
Thing. It's like a group.
It's fun.
Point
Though.
system.
It's fun.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yep. So we're all gonna have to learn to be good.
Yeah, exactly.
One thing I noticed too is we
got
tried
better.
We tried different tracks, and I just like in a racing game, like you learn the track,
Yeah, yeah.
and you know, like you anticipate the turn. And so I started like memorizing.
But there's
like,
shortcuts. You went right
yeah.
through.
Yeah. I
I was
started
like, how
learning.
did you not die?
I started learning like different. I'm like, oh, this is freaking cool, man.
You just got through a forest. It made no damn sense. Actually, you did too.
Everyone else went this way. I was like, oh,
It was a mistake.
Exactly.
I did like half a turn and I got in between two trees and I just didn't move for a bit. And I'm like, maybe I'll just keep going. Let me let this ride. And I was like, yo, I got through that whole shit. But when I tried to dodge it, I got caught. I'm like,
yeah.
man, every time. It's fun though.
That was really fun, man.
Hot Wheels.
That was a demo.
Hot Wheels was a demo.
That was a demo,
yeah,
and I was like, I want more of this.
I was not surprised. I did not think I was going to like that when I first saw it in the trailer. I was like, I didn't think it was going to be for me. I was just like, okay, Hot Wheels. Okay, this looks pretty cool, crashing. But then when
That looked the most simplistic.
it was very simplistic.
If you're just looking at it.
But when you play it and you see speed up, slow down, and then after you die, you got like
There's traps you could do.
You got three trap buttons that appear on your touchscreen, and you got to time it right
To get
so
revenge.
to get revenge,
Right.
and you get points that way if you time it right. You time a trap right when an opponent goes over it, and it's a lot of fun actually.
It surprisingly used the controller like to its fullest potential. Like everything about that was used in that.
Yeah, and you can get your revenge.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, you killed me?
And
All
that
right.
was
You're not winning.
That was satisfying when you catch somebody with the brick wall.
The wall.
Man,
It's all about the
man.
wall, dude. It's all
Yeah.
about
That
the
thing
wall.
is
Maybe
I
at
satisfying.
was
the
watching
breaks
that
just in
game.
time.
That did
Yeah.
look super fun.
It's
Fly
like
past it.
it's the zoom in on the crash, like
It's so simple.
screw
It's
it
so
over.
simple.
Yeah.
And that was just
You
one
don't
track.
steer. You don't steer or anything. You just
No,
put
it's
it
all about
fast, slow
timing.
down.
It's all timing.
yeah.
And the
You
last
got
one
side
that
swipe
was,
people though.
the last one that was on, as they get extra points for the
Laps.
amount of laps that they do, right?
You gotta try and stop
Mhm.
them. Yeah. You gotta try and stop them on the laps.
That's
Yep.
fucking crazy.
It's silly.
Catch him on that first lap, so he gets nothing.
We
So,
played
yeah,
it for
yeah,
a
yeah.
while too. We just kept playing this stuff for a
The
while.
It was just the
stage.
one stage.
That was
they're,
just
they're,
one
they're quick.
stage.
They're just quick
Yeah.
matches. Quick matches.
Yeah.
So
And you're not done when you're done.
no.
Like, you crash and you're like, all right, I'm still playing. though.
No, it
I
has
got you.
that. It definitely captures. It captured the magic of the arcade. Of that, like, oh, just one more time. Let me, just let's keep
Yeah.
going. Let's do another game. Let's do another.
Yeah,
What's the,
that was
yeah,
cool. No, it was surprisingly cool. Surprisingly fun.
Evel Knievel. All right, this was the one that got some ridicule online for the look of it, and they said, "Oh, it's a version of a phone game," and because it looks like it has flash graphics. So, Evel Knievel is hands down the most fun game that we played that night. As much fun as we were having on the other games,
Yeah.
this one stood out as the biggest party game.
Yes.
Definitely.
Silly,
That mode?
silly game. So there's a mode in there, right? All right, we all know the trials mode where you're like doing stunts and you jump through the fire hoops and stuff, which is great. It's fun and it's hilarious when you crash and all that.
Right.
Yeah.
And that looks fine. It's fine. It plays fine. But there's a mode in there that uses the motion control, and it's just like it's like a lawn dart. Like you shoot a rocket in the air that you're flying in, and like you move the controller to move where you're going, and you hold down the buttons for a certain amount of time, and it gives you like the juice to jump.
Thruster.
The
Thruster.
So you time that right. If you hold it down too long, you explode. So you
Which is
can't just
funny.
sit there and hold the button.
That's
You gotta
always
time it with the countdown.
And if you explode, your character flies out of your.
If you explode,
yeah.
the
It
little
can
guy.
affect someone else.
A little guy flies out. Or if you aim your rocket at the
Yeah.
wrong angle and somebody's going in a different angle, you can smash into the rocket while you're trying to shoot to the target.
Yeah.
And if you crash, you blow both of yourselves up. And the shards of that can blow up on the other guys and mess their stuff up.
Dude.
So you all have to aim correctly in order to make it to the target, which is on the ground. So it's like lawn darts.
Yeah.
So you shoot it up, you get your angle right, and then you hit the button for a parachute that slows you down, so you hit the right trajectory to hit the bullseye.
Yep.
This mode
Who would have thought?
single-handedly was the most
Who would have thought?
most screaming,
We got,
most laughter,
We got the most
fun,
the most fun of all.
and that was left field. That was so left field.
And nobody.
and
who-
no one
nobody
wanted to stop.
Nobody who was there knew what was like. They looked over at the TV we're on.
Yeah.
Like, that's where the yelling was coming
Yeah.
from. And they're like, "What the hell are they playing?" And I think everyone collectively kind of threw this game away before we even played. Like, I'm not gonna mess with no Evel Knievel. Like,
Yeah.
I really didn't care for it, and they can, we just got so competitive with it. I'm like, yo,
It's simple.
I need
It's simple,
to-
but there's like something in there. It's like I can do better.
It's
I
like-
could do
it was-
better.
and it
multi-
almost feels like betting too, because
Yeah.
when you hit the button to hit the parachute, you're like,
You gotta
"All right,
wait.
come on,
Yeah,
come on,
yeah,
come on, come on, come on, come on, and then you're like, yeah.
Yeah, when you hit that bullseye,
Yeah.
no better feel.
Yes.
That's
Yep.
satisfying.
And then-
So many times you didn't fall down a hole or just miss it by a little bit. You're
Or
like,
somebody knocks you over.
do better. There's something I can do better
It's the
there.
point system again.
Yeah.
Here it's the
Yeah.
it's the arcadey
Yep.
point system that the Amico has. I think they grasped that down pretty well.
And then
'Cause-
when other people got to play it,
Yeah.
oh, they were screaming.
the
yeah.
laughing.
It was hilarious.
The laughing.
The laughing was off the charts.
Oh my god.
Remember on the
So
last
for
day when
everyone-
the kids were playing?
Oh, kids were wild.
Yeah, no,
yeah.
everyone everywhere is just all eyes on screen. It's just that because everybody just
Yep.
watches. It's weird.
There's something
It's
about
weird.
that mode I just don't know. It was just so fun. It was just
Yeah.
so fun, and it's hilarious.
And I had no idea.
Yeah.
I wrote that off like okay.
I was not even gonna touch
Is
that
this gonna
game.
be fun?
And that was
Okay.
like that'll probably be one of the first games we have.
I like Trials. I like that type of gameplay. I like that series.
Yeah, that
I
game
always,
is fine.
I always like Trials.
game is
so
fun as
I knew
hell.
I knew that game was gonna be. I know Evel Knievel would have been good.
As
just,
is.
just that,
Yeah.
just that alone.
But the extra part
I
they
had-
added.
right? I had no idea this, and it turned out to be a freaking.
smash hit.
And it was
I didn't know that the motion control was even going to be implemented. Like I was not expecting motion control to be in the system
kinda
at all
like
yet.
to aim
For us to
your-
use,
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
not for us to use.
Nah.
Right.
And he's like, "Nah, it's in there. Go ahead." And then you just move it. I mean, it's nothing like you have to be super precise with. It's just
You're just moving it.
You're
that's
just
all.
moving it and
Yeah.
getting your
you're
angle
aiming.
right.
Yeah, you're just
It's not like I need
aiming
it to
the
be
rocket
dead
with it.
on. Like, oh man, I
No.
can't
And
believe it.
It's a what for 5 seconds? It's a countdown, right?
Yeah,
That-
it's just
30
maneuvering.
seconds.
It's just a little
Yeah.
thing to make it fun to do. Like, and I'm like, all right, that's great.
No, and one
I'm glad
thing-
it's in there.
I'll make a point about it since you brought up the motion controls too, because I think that was the only game that we played that had motion controls in it, and it's
Right.
kind of cool because they were smartly implemented. You know, they're not forced. I can see that they're not just forcing motion controls anywhere they could fit it in. You
It
know,
wasn't like a waggle
Nintendo.
stick.
Let me start.
It wasn't like a.
Damn.
It wasn't like waggle control where you had to go crazy with something
Yeah.
that didn't really work.
so it gives me confidence that they're going to be, they're going to smartly implement motion controls where they're appropriate and where they're going to be the most fun.
Yeah,
you know?
it looks like they did that for all the games.
Yeah,
they're all carefully tailored to the controller,
Yep.
Right.
specifically,
And it felt right.
right.
They feel the controller feels right no matter what game you play.
Yeah.
Another game they had there that we didn't play was Finnegan Fox.
Oh yeah,
Oh, we
I
saw-
wanted to
I
get
We
saw a
watched
little
it.
bit of it,
yeah.
A lot of people were gathering around playing it.
Yeah.
Because it's a platformer. A lot of people know the platformer is like the mascot of the system. That's the one that people have eyes on the most because that's the type of game they
Right.
want to play on it. For me, I was like, I don't really want to play a platformer on the Amico. Like, it wasn't something I was like, I would go to the Amigo to play, like that type of game. So I didn't really go jump towards it. As far as what it looked like, I mean, it looked fine. The graphics were fine and everything. I think that it did need a little work in the frame rate. But, obviously, Tom, you said, we're working on the frame rate. So I'm like, all right, as long as you know, like, because you don't have to show them, like, does it look great? Does it look, you know,
Right.
if you know what the flaw is, obviously you're going to fix it before it comes out. But it wasn't like it was unplayable.
Funny thing is, a lot of people think
They was loving
this
it.
is coming out tomorrow.
Exactly.
like this is not coming out tomorrow.
Yeah.
Like all of these complaints people have, they're acting like it's coming out tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not coming out tomorrow, and if it's not ready, it won't be out. That's just the way it is.
And no
So,
systems are coming out
That's
tomorrow.
just that's just
because we know where
It's
we're
reality.
in, the predicament we're in. Listen, I mean, you don't need anyone to tell you this, but we're in a pandemic where there is no pieces for computers.
Yeah.
And the piece that you need to do it, you can't make magically appear.
Yeah.
So,
And everybody needs the same parts.
yeah.
You
And
know.
Apple and Samsung have phones that come out in August and September, and they get their pieces
the
first.
big dogs get their
Yes.
pieces and more.
Because they can afford
Exactly.
it.
So
So, regardless of what happens, things are being worked on.
Yeah.
So, but we have no.
but one thing you
it's
can
not-
guarantee when
it's going to be ready.
whenever the Amico comes out, it will be ready, and there will be no hiccups with their games.
Yeah.
that's just
Exactly.
Tommy's not gonna let that happen with the games. You
Yeah,
know?
I mean, as far like I said, I didn't play Finnegan Fox myself, but I didn't see people saying it was like they told us that from them playing, when they hit the button, it's fine, and that's what we take it for.
I actually wanted to play that. I
just
played
to
it.
see because everybody's like,
Yeah.
does it?
Yeah.
I mean,
Does
it's
it?
not out. It's not out. It's not out. Who cares?
It's kind of like the lag thing is like a stupid rumor you hear on TV
It's dumb.
that got
It's
like
dumb.
Right.
Because you know what I could say?
Yeah, like
I could say any wireless controller I've ever used has lag. Because it's wireless.
Because it's true.
And that's how gaming works. People act like they forget what gaming is when they're talking about stuff.
Anything wireless.
Yeah,
is
and
lag.
there's nothing that we played that stopped us from playing because the lag was too bad.
Right.
and the funny thing is,
It was
I
unnoticeable.
could throw on an Xbox, Nintendo game, whatever right now. You could record me playing it.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna see
It's
gonna be-
wireless.
Yeah, you're gonna see a
There's
delay,
always lag.
even
There's
based on
milliseconds.
even on the video too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's
Video on
milliseconds,
video,
but it's like,
yeah.
whatever.
It's going to
play
be-
it.
No,
Like,
there's
we
always
played
a delay.
it. We played it. Listen to us.
Seriously.
We're not getting paid for this.
No,
Seriously.
no, we're broke as hell.
I'll show you the statement. Let me see.
You don't want to see my bank
Show
statement.
you, show you the,
My bank would be like, I'm too broke to show
show
this.
the make a podcast on that.
Oh man.
What else you got, Toad?
All right,
that
let's
was
see.
that was for the night, right? And
That
then,
was for day one
Yeah.
of the what you call it, being introduced to the Amico. Next one was the Crayola Experience, and there was
the next day.
a couple of games. A couple of games we played the next day, which were pretty cool.
So the creative experience, that was like it was for the kids, obviously.
Yeah.
Crayola Center. Yep.
Yeah, so they had a whole bunch of artwork and stuff for the kids to buy, a whole bunch of Crayola crayons and stuff. I've never been in there myself.
Neither have I.
Because I'm older. But I mean, it was a blast to go in there because I wanted to see what was actually happening and like the consensus of the people who aren't us.
Yeah, I wanted to
Right.
see
To
someone
see the
who's
people who
not-
aren't into video games
Yeah,
like
just
us and they just walk by
throw
and see.
kids in there and see what they do with it.
And
Kids were
families
lined
too.
up. Kids were
Families.
lined up
Families
to
too.
play.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to see the what was going on there. But
Yeah.
you guys tried before everything got kicked off. You guys started playing
Shark.
Shark was
Yeah.
on there. And that was on display for the kids.
That's funny because that was the game I was avoiding. I was avoiding. I'm like, this is Tommy was telling me, it's like, yeah, this is more for kids and stuff
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that. And I was just like, let me just see how it works. or
Well, it's like if
whatever.
you said
Right.
the Sesame Street game is here. You're like, all right,
Yeah, exactly.
cool.
Yeah.
I'm glad the Sesame Street game is there.
And I never knew the concept because every time I would see the game, I didn't know what character you are because I see just a bunch of little fish. I see a big ass shark, and I'm like, oh, okay. The little fish are color coordinated to each controller,
Right.
and the more little fish that you eat, the bigger
They're
they
bigger.
smaller than you. Then you grow bigger.
Then you grow
yeah.
bigger, and
Katamari Damacy.
yeah, and that,
Pretty
and
much,
I think that probably that game showed the controller
Really well.
really
Oh,
the,
yeah.
the,
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 dial, yeah.
the dial incredibly.
Yeah.
And I'm like, all right, I'll mess with this until some kids want to play. I'm on like stage 4. I'm like,
It started
dude.
getting tough. man.
Yeah, I'm like, this is like they started adding like the electric,
The electric
eels,
eel
more
part was
sharks.
tough.
I was like,
Yeah.
why, I shouldn't be enjoying this game. I don't know. It's like this is a kiddie game, but I'm like, this is kind of fun though. I don't lie.
No, it was good.
I'm not
good.
gonna lie.
I liked it better than I thought I would. You know,
Me and Kevin
and-
playing. I'm like, let's rock this real quick. Let's just rock this game. Let's rock this game real quick.
And that was 4 players. They had 4 players playing that too?
Yeah, 4 players on that.
I joined in a little bit after.
Yeah, and then another kid was
Then
with us,
another
right?
kid was waiting to play.
And then they had Astrosmash next to that. That was 2 players over there.
Yeah.
That's
What they were doing.
a little quick word on that. I was looking over because I want to see other people's reactions.
Yeah.
And I saw these two kids
Brothers?
playing. Probably brothers.
Yeah, I think they were related.
One of them was holding the controller up like this, with his eyes just focused, and the other one they were just going. I'm like, damn, that reminds me of me and Kevin in the arcades. I'm like, because you got that serious locked in face.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, that's something special. I'm like, I know that feeling. I'm like, and that's that arcade feeling.
Yeah.
Well, the cool thing was they were picking it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, you didn't have to explain too much. It was like, look, here it is. This is what you do.
Astrosmash
Go
is
to
the
it.
perfect free game because
Yeah.
just pick it up.
It's
Right.
pick it up, start shooting,
Shooting,
dodge.
dodge.
It's like
And Shark.
Yeah.
You know, you
Yeah.
just
No, that's
move
pickups,
around.
yeah.
You just move around.
Move around.
And you just run from stuff.
yeah.
And they also had
They had biplanes, and I didn't play
Oh, I
it
didn't get a
because
chance. We didn't play
I
that.
played it for the original Intellivision, and it looks. I love the way it looks on the Amico, and it looks. It plays.
It looked like it moves like
It looks
so
like it
well.
moves well. I'm like, I really wanted to play it, but I didn't want to take. You had to let everyone else. You had to let the families play. When
Nah,
that
fuck
day, so.
Get out of here,
I
kid.
can't. I can't.
I played enough of Shark, so I was like, but I saw biplanes, and I'm like, I really want to play that game. Yeah,
It looked like an adult version of Shark kind of.
Yeah.
The way you fly around the screen together.
The motion, yeah.
Like the play control of it. But I mean, that, to be honest, I don't think that was the best demo to throw up for the kids
Why?
because I was watching, they played that one and they didn't know how to do it. But they just grabbed the controllers and I saw every plane on the
Just
screen
falling
just
down.
go
Yeah.
hit the floor.
It's like it, you
Because
have
they didn't know how
to,
to hold the button for it.
because you have to keep moving. Like,
Yeah,
you have to-
yeah.
it's like I know how it plays.
You
and I
can't
know-
relax.
No,
Yeah.
no, no.
Can't
Can't
relax.
just
I
play
said-
one
I just said-
direction. You
I was
can't.
like,
Yeah.
You
That's
have
not
to
the
keep-
one. That's not the one for them.
Keep going around.
Yeah,
You have to
learn
keep
it.
going. Yeah,
Stay
you
on
have
the
to.
screen.
You have to keep moving. Like you have to keep turning on the screen. You can't just
Shark,
go.
Astro
yeah.
Smash are perfect.
Right.
Those are the
I
perfect
thought it
ones.
was funny. That was funny.
And they throw up flying.
They learned by the third time or whatever.
Flying Tiger. I think they throw up too.
They threw a
That was
ball
up there a
still?
little bit too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's a good one to throw on.
boy, like that's
That's easy to kind of just pick up and.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, it probably took a little bit to learn a little bit. But the other one they Tommy threw on out of the blue, like
That
we didn't
was
even know.
this was a surprise.
We didn't know what was
Yeah.
going on because he just went to a TV on the back and just threw it on for us, and he attached the phone to it because we didn't see the phone interaction with the games because obviously you can do that.
Right.
Yeah.
He didn't show us with the actual system regularly,
Right.
but he did set it up for this other system he had.
The white
and
one, yeah.
You just put in a code, and then the interface and stuff was on his emoji
It was in an app.
Emoji Charades.
emoji charade.
Yeah,
Yes. So basically, what this game is it's a charades game where you don't have to dance around and do crazy
Look
stuff.
like an idiot.
Like Pictionary, where you have to draw. You just put up emojis to
Right.
try and get people to understand what you're talking about. That's on this,
Depending on the category.
Right.
Yeah, it's a category like video games, movies,
TV shows,
stuff
They
like
got
that.
Name
harder
brands.
categories.
Yeah, like
Retro
snacks
games.
and all that. So some people are better at this than others. Namely, Big Chuck.
Yeah.
He's very good at trivia. So if you want somebody on your team for this stuff, that's the guy.
Tons of useless information.
Yeah. No good information, but tons of useless. But yeah, that he threw it on. You see what it is on the phone, but everyone else doesn't. So while you're typing up the stuff, you say, "Okay, do you have it? Do you have it? You have it?" Everyone's yelling, everyone's screaming, everyone's going crazy.
Yep.
It's a big party atmosphere game, and it's pretty damn fun.
We got
Oh,
there was a big group of us that were getting to it.
Yeah.
Everyone was
Yeah.
just laughing at us, screaming at everything.
Oh yeah, some dumb answers too.
It was a lot. It was a lot of fun.
Oh, yeah.
It's a lot of fun.
What was it? What was the one that I messed up real bad? The old ass Tinkerbell.
Yes.
Old ass Tinkerbell.
Old ass
Yeah.
Tinkerbell.
It was
Fairy
Fairy
Godmother.
Fairy Godmother.
He said old ass Tinkerbell.
I said
It was
old
very-
ass
Tinkerbell.
These were Disney characters, and I got one. I had so it was Christopher Robin, right?
Oh yes.
From Winnie the Pooh.
I said Christopher Wilde. I guessed
And
it right.
I said Christopher Wallace. I wasn't even thinking.
Wow.
I was like, yo, I said Vicky Smalls.
Biggie Smalls. Wow.
It was so dumb.
Kicking the door we've been before.
Oh, imagine what that was.
him and no more.
But when you get the answer right, they show a GIF from Giphy, whatever you want to call it. They show it from that website, and it's sometimes random, and it shows a dumb picture sometimes. and I'm
Sometimes
like,
that's nothing
sometimes
to
it's
do with
something
it.
picture
has
that, yeah.
absolutely nothing to do with it.
and it's hilarious.
It's funny
scene
though.
from a
But for the
movie or
most
something?
part, it's something
We
that
had a
does.
good time with that though.
But
Yeah.
we
Really
did
fun.
not stop screaming over that game.
No, that was good.
And I was like, I'm done with this because I lost my voice.
Yeah, I love my voice.
And I was like, you need to get some
No,
food.
that's a party game I can see any family getting into.
I didn't
easily.
expect that.
Oh yeah.
No.
I didn't expect
That's a
that.
Dinner
sleeper.
party, whatever, you invite people over. That's a game you can
That's a
play.
sleeper.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
That is a sleeper. Another game I would never would be on my radar, but when we just played, I was like, this
Oh, it's
game's
definitely got to be. You got to have it.
It's a lot of fun. Yeah.
If you have people over your house, you have to have that.
yeah, you
Yeah.
gotta play the
Yeah.
game.
Yep.
And that's the thing about this system. Like, this isn't the system that you get to like play alone. This isn't what you play in your basement or in your room, like chilling by yourself.
This is meant to bring people together.
Yes.
Bring families
This is for
together.
families. This is for friends. This is for parties.
It's a social system.
Yes.
Yeah, it's definitely a social multiplayer co-op system.
And the thing they got right about it is the fun. Like,
Yeah.
it's fun.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's
Yep.
very fun.
Like, you can say all you want about the system. Like, okay, if you don't know people or you have no family or you don't do this stuff, it's not for you.
Yeah.
Right.
It's not for you. But if you do, if you want to have gatherings, you want to have people come over, you have 4 to 10 people over, it's a blast.
No,
It's
Yeah.
a blast.
Absolutely.
Every one of those games is easily, like, you just pick it up and play.
Yep.
No struggle.
Yeah, I liked everything I played.
And it's not like you're going to play something like a Demon Souls on it. Like, it's not for
That's
that.
not-
It's
that's
not
not
for
right.
that. This is
Right.
why you should have a PlayStation 4 or 5, Xbox.
No, there's a reason why you
Like,
buy
you
multiple
have those.
consoles. Like,
you have a Switch for that.
yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, and people say the Switch is the party system. Not like this. Not
No,
like
not like
this.
There's so much hooking up and weird shit that's
Because
just
we
not-
have it.
yeah,
Listen,
yeah.
we, Streets of Rage and everything. It's a party for us.
Yeah.
Because we play those types of games. You get your mom in there and say, "Hey, here's Streets of Rage." And
Your
she's gonna be
mom.
like, "I'm not trying to play that.
Pick up
What?
Axel Stone. We need some help.
You're not trying to play that."
Mom's gonna be like, what
No,
the
but
fuck
this is
you
for
talking
people who
about?
don't play games anymore. This is for people who are like, listen, you want to play this? This is fun. This is like, listen, do people get mad at Monopoly for coming out still? So they say, oh, there's no way I'm getting a whole bunch of people to play Monopoly. I want to play Monopoly by myself. No one says that because
Exactly.
they know what type of game it is, and that's what it's for. It's for a party. It's for a family. That's what this system is for.
Yeah, it's marketed.
Even
for that,
even
and
the single player one I played, the Moon Patrol. When I played that,
Yeah, that's right. We did play Moon Patrol,
yeah,
too.
I played Moon Patrol. And the funny thing is, I was like, Tommy's like, no, this is 4 players also. I said, how is this 4 players? He's like, one person could shoot up, the other person shoots forward, the other person controls the jump, and the other person
Controls the ship.
the
Movement.
actual movement of the
Yep.
car.
And that's crazy.
Speeding up and slowing down.
That's
I'm like,
crazy.
Yeah.
I was like,
That's
get the,
crazy.
We
get
gotta
that-
try that. That's
I was like,
crazy.
get the fuck out of here.
That's
I would
crazy.
never even thought about that.
Multiplayer on everything.
And that
Yeah.
game's ready to go, but that game's finished.
And you can play
that's
that one
ready to
player.
go.
Listen, I'm not saying you can't play one player, but it's not made for that.
That system is not for one player.
Yeah.
focus
If you're a
is-
nostalgic person who had Intellivision, you want those games, and you remember playing it one player as a kid, listen, it's there for you.
Absolutely.
But as far as what it's for fun, it's for families, it's for parties. That's
Yeah.
what it's for.
Yo, we saw a mother and a daughter playing Shark together.
Yeah.
We saw a
Oh,
father
yeah.
and a son
Yeah.
playing
They all
Astrosmash.
playing, yeah.
That's that right there. You take a picture of that. That's what the system is for.
Yep.
And if you
Yeah,
got a
that's what
problem
the
with
system's
that, you
for.
have a problem
Yeah,
with life.
Yeah, seriously. if you're not cool with families getting together and laughing,
You're a sad person.
you should probably like
Reevaluate your
look yourself in
outlook.
the mirror.
Yeah, I don't care what your take is on an individual. Like to hate on something that brings families together.
Yeah.
Come on, what's wrong with y'all?
And
That
the thing
makes
is
no
also,
sense.
if you consider yourself a gamer, and you're gonna bash the system for whatever reason, you gotta play it first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, like you
Play
can't
it.
like it's a stupid thing to bash this system without putting your hands in the controller and seeing how the controller works with the games and vice versa, because it's really a special thing. you
And
know?
if you
Yeah.
play it and hate it, so be it. That's
Yeah.
just what you don't like it. You don't
Yeah.
have to like it, but try it.
Yeah.
That's it.
And what
That's
justifies the existence of any video game console is that it could produce experiences that are unique to the console itself. And this is something that is going to be able to produce experiences that are unique to just this console. Everyone's got a touchscreen, everyone's got the dial. It's multiplayer. It's like, and there's going to be a lot of exclusives for the system. So there's a lot of good. It's got a lot of great things going for it. It looks very, very promising.
I've heard people say they should have put Minecraft on it. So this is the thing. It's not a system made for Minecraft players. I don't care what. Listen, Minecraft is an unstoppable game.
How would you make it multiplayer?
It's not. This is not what that system is for. If it had Minecraft on it, it wouldn't be the Amico.
It's not Call of Duty. It's not Fortnite. It's
No,
not,
and listen, if the kid is playing Minecraft, like, this is for younger than that. This is for people who don't want their kids to start with something violent
Yeah.
or something that's that open world. Like, this is just, they want to learn. And we all learn
Yeah.
on little easy games. And look at where we are. Like, you got to start somewhere again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
You can't just all wait till, my kid's 5 years old, he should play Doom with me. Like, all right, some people do that, but some people don't want their kids to see that yet.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And this is for them, too.
Yeah.
It gives an option. What's wrong with an option? I don't know. But to be mad because you don't have Minecraft on it, you got Minecraft on everything in the world, why do you care? Why do you care that it doesn't have it? Because your kid doesn't want it. If your kid's playing Minecraft, he probably not.
Is
not ready
Netflix
for
on
Amico.
it? Could I get Netflix on it?
Unless he's playing it with the family. Yeah, I'm saying, unless he's playing with the family, he probably doesn't want an Amico.
Yeah.
If he's already playing Minecraft and Fortnite, like, all right, he's on already. He's on.
Yeah.
But this is for people like your older brothers and sisters that used to play games, or moms and dads who used to play games, and want to have that experience with their kids.
And for us also, who play games together.
For competitive, yeah, and who have parties and like to have fun. It's for people who like to enjoy themselves.
And check this out. In person.
in person, not
Okay.
online.
No,
Couch
oh, yeah.
co-op.
Hold on a second. In person.
Because
Like
you know-
sitting on the same couch in the
Yes.
same room.
Breathing
That's
the same air. We can do it now.
It's an actual
We can do it
thing.
again.
I know there's a
Vaccinated.
pandemic still kind of around.
Get your
and stuff.
shots, y'all.
Get your shots, all that. But you could sit in the same room with your friends and family and play a game together.
Wait, you
No.
can do that?
We know it
That's
might seem
insane.
impossible.
That's
insane.
insane.
It might seem
You don't
impossible.
have to. You don't need an internet connection for this.
'Cause you know
can
what's on the
sit
internet?
one couch.
Toxicity is on the internet.
Yes, it is.
And that's why we are together in person. It's a much better life, y'all.
Yeah, it's fun.
And listen, not saying like online is terrible. If you guys, your friends all right across, like, listen, it's fun for what it is. But there's no replacement for everyone together having a blast, yelling and punching each other, whatever you want
Talking
to do
smack,
for losing.
talking all that
like
smack.
being there in person. You all know how it was. You all know how arcades was in person.
Yeah.
This gives that feeling back. And what's wrong with bringing that back?
Yeah, there's
What's
nothing
wrong
wrong
with
with
that?
it.
Nothing
No one. It's not going to stop your PlayStations. It's not going to stop your Nintendos. It's not going to stop anything.
It's a
just going to
compliment.
be there with it.
It's gonna
all right?
add to
It
the
has
fit
its own
that's
niche.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
That's
I'm
a
gonna leave
good
it at
thing.
that. That's it, man. That's the impact. Hopefully, it has an impact
Yeah.
where it deserves to be with parties and families. And
Absolutely.
I'll be very happy.
I agree.
Because I didn't expect to have fun with it like that, and it blew my mind on how fun it actually was.
Yeah, our mind
Yep.
was blown.
And me, like, I'm used to playing single player games because I live by myself, so I'm playing single player games, and I had tons of fun playing the Amico. Tons.
Yep.
So
Yep. Exceeded my expectations. So
Any other last words?
Nah, I mean, but it's already been said pretty much. I mean, there's a place for it in the industry right now, and it's blew all of our minds. It's for the families, and it's fun seeing families play this system.
Exactly.
And I know it's gonna succeed, and it's I
Dude,
can't
they
wait
were
for it.
happy. Dude,
Yeah.
those kids and parents, they were happy. They were happy.
It was a fun sight.
And it was a nice thing to see.
Yeah, nice to
Hell
see.
yeah, man. Oh,
Yeah, so man, I mean, listen, I thank Tommy for letting us try it out before it was released.
Yes,
because
thanks
I
a
was
lot.
like, blew my mind. I was like, we get to try this.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah.
so cool.
We stepped up on that quick. We were like, yeah, definitely, we'll be there.
Yeah.
We're definitely gonna try this
Yeah,
out.
yeah,
Because we're not gonna even talk about it without playing it like that. We want it hands on, man.
Yeah.
Also seeing the other channels too.
Yeah,
Collaborate
got to see
with
some
the
other
YouTubers.
YouTubers.
Yep.
Everybody
was great.
Everyone was cool as hell, man.
We had pizza. Reminded me of some, like, it's been a long time since we've been out.
Yeah.
This pandemic has kept everybody home.
Yeah.
So it was great to see everybody out and about.
Yeah.
And we had a blast.
Yeah.
man. And that's all I can say. We had a blast.
Bless.
Nothing wrong with that.
All five of us, 5 at a time.
Until next time.
Oh yeah.
Remember to subscribe.